Good morning, everyone. It is week 4 of our college in exile experience, Exiled for the Good of the Realm. It is the week of April 13th, Monday, April 13th. This is your weekly update, your weekly overview of what to expect for this week during class. First, I'll start with old business. You should have turned in everything from last week already. That includes your proof for lab 14, I want to say. Lab 14. So I'll be grading those labs as soon as I can, and I'll just like last time, just like for lab 13, I'll be making notes in the discussion forums themselves about who the winners of those contests are, and then I will not change your grades until at the end of the semester, because the deal is you're supposed to be getting the winners will be getting bonus points on their lowest quiz scores, and so I don't know what your lowest quiz score is yet necessarily, so I'm not going to make those changes until at the end of the semester. But I have made notes about who has earned what so far, and I'll continue to make notes for lab 14 as well, and I'll be reporting on that in the discussion forum itself. Okay, so there's nothing due from last week. This week we're going to focus on chapter 11 in our books. So hopefully you have those with you. Your first assignment is to read chapter 11. I have provided the PowerPoint presentation that we would have otherwise used for chapter 11. I provided that on Canvas, so you should also look at that as you're going through chapter 11. Chapter 11 is on the social implications of information technology. We have broached some of that material already, especially when we've talked about online manipulation. But this is a much wider discussion of the wide-ranging social implications. Things like property, intellectual property, copyright, and a whole host of other items. There is a quiz that you'll be taking for chapter 11. The quiz will be on Canvas. It opens April 15th, so that would be Wednesday, April 15th, and it must be completed by April 16th by midnight, so 11:59 by 11:59, right before midnight on April 16th. You have a 30-minute time limit to complete that quiz. That should be ample time for everyone. That's more than double the amount of time I think it should take. So everyone has a 30-minute time limit on that. All right, so that's 1, read chapter 11. 2, prepare to take the quiz. The quiz opens up on Wednesday, has to be done before midnight on Thursday. And your other assignment, the lab grade for this week, is also listed on Canvas. And you should be able to see the module for chapter 11 as of 8 o'clock this morning. I am having you watch a 4-part video series, which came out a disturbingly long amount of time ago now. I remember when it was brand new. But it's still relevant. It's called Everything is a Remix. It's a 4-part online video series about the history and the usefulness and the future of intellectual property and copyright, especially when it comes to digital media. The 4 parts are listed, they're combined into a single video on YouTube. That's the link that I have provided for you on Canvas, so please do check that out. The instructions for how to proceed on the discussion board are a little bit more complicated this time, but they should be clear if you'll carefully read them. They are listed on the discussion board itself. As an overview, this is a lab grade. You have until, I think it's April 16th, to make an original post on that discussion board concerning any topic that you thought was interesting from that series of videos. There's probably a little over an hour of watch time for all 4 parts, and they're dense. They're very dense and very interesting. And so there's a whole wide range of things that we could discuss. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to pick out a part that you think is interesting by the 16th. And then by the 19th, you have to have made some comments on other people's posts. And the details of what you exactly have to do in order to earn the full credit for this lab assignment are again listed on the discussion board itself, and that's got to be done by April 19th. So right now the due date is set for April 16th. As the 16th passes, I'll update the due date to be to April 19th, because by the 19th you have to have made your replies. So read those instructions carefully. What I would say is that I'm hoping that you will get into a discussion. I'm hoping that we can have a virtual classroom discussion about that material. Generally, what people do is, yeah, I really agree with you, and here's me restating what you said. Oh, yeah, I saw that too, and here's me restating what you said. Which is fine, but it's not much of a discussion. There's not any back and forth. So I want you to feel comfortable challenging each other. If you disagree, I want you to kindly disagree with one another. This should be a place where we have a discussion and we suss out competing ideas in the discussion board. Okay, I'm not looking for a kumbaya moment. I'm not looking for everyone to hold hands and get along. This should be a discussion. Now, it shouldn't be contentious. It shouldn't be mean or otherwise hurtful by any stretch of the imagination. But we can learn to disagree without being those things, and that's what I would like us to try to do. All right? Don't force it. But certainly there are places where we can agree and disagree, and we need to talk about those. And that's what I'd like to see on the discussion board, ideally. Okay? All right, so those are the three things for this week. Chapter 11, the quiz on Chapter 11, then the Everything is a Remix video series, and the discussion board discussions about that. Okay, I hope all is well. I'll have, like I said, graded your stuff by the end of this week, I hope. I have some other slightly more pressing stuff from other classes that I need to get done first, but I think there should be time to grade all of that by the end of the week. All right, so I hope you're doing well, and you'll be hearing from me again soon. Oh, if you have questions, please reach out to me. All right, bye.